Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz of Chicago Law Luxury Makeup. For today's Showcase Saturday, we're going to be showcasing a brand, and that brand is By Terry. I picked up the new By Terry VIP palette, the eyeshadow palette, and so we're going to be talking about that. And while I was on the website ordering this product, I did go ahead and pick up the new Hydra-Powder palette, as well as the new Hydra Balm. So we're going to be playing with those products. Now, in full disclosure, I did just film this video and the lighting was totally messed up. I was totally washed out and it just did not work. So when I show the products, they're not going to look sparkly brand new because I did already dig my brushes in and film a look for you guys. So I'm refilming, so the products are not going to be brand new, but I will insert pictures. If you're interested to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. All right, so let's get started. First, I'm going to use a sample of the By Terry Brightening CC Serum. This is in shade Sunny Flash. And this is kind of just like a bronzy kind of serum. When I apply this, it doesn't even really add a whole bunch of color to my face, which I think is good because that means it's a nice shade, but it does kind of give a nice glow. The glow is a lot more subtle than like the Charlotte Tilbury or the Auric Glow Lust or something, you know, one of those type products. So this is a very, very subtle. It is tinted, but I think this shade looks really good. It's kind of like the perfect match, but it does have a very nice glow and it smells so good. I love it. I just love it. If you've ever tried any of the By Terry products, then you know the smell, the rose smell, so good. All right, so that is on. I'm going to go ahead and apply my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate foundation because I don't have a By Terry foundation. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of this out on my hand and apply it with my BK Beauty 101. We're not going to apply a lot. I'm just using a really little bit. I think with that serum, the Brightening CC Serum underneath, you don't really need as much foundation. So I'm just putting a little bit on. For concealer, we're going to use the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Concealer, and I have shade 300 Medium Fair. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of like got the brush and then you push down and then the product comes out. There's already quite a bit of product in here, and you don't need a lot. So I'm just going to take that much and I'm going to blend it in with my foundation brush. This concealer is really, really nice. It's really hydrating, and I just think that it looks beautiful underneath your eyes. It's like, it is a really, really nice concealer. So now we're going to get into the brand new powder palette. This is the Hyaluronic Hydra Powder palette, and this is in shade medium to warm. Now again, I have used it. So it's not going to look as brand new, but I will insert a photo of what it looked like prior to me sticking my hands all in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Wayne Goss number 4, and I'm going to take the lightest shade, and I am going to take it underneath my eyes to set my under eyes. There is a light rose scent. It's a lot, it's not as strong as the Brightening CC palette, but there is a very, very light scent, but it is really light. All right, so there is the lightest shade, and like I said, I just used it underneath my eyes. And now I'm going to go in with the 2 medium shades. I'm just going to kind of mix them together and apply it to the face. So I'm using my La Mer powder brush, which is my favorite powder brush. It's just nice, big, and fluffy. So I'm just kind of mixing those two shades together to apply. I really am loving the way this powder applies. It's so pretty. It's just kind of the way it sits on my skin. It really makes it look flawless. So I'm really impressed. So now I'm going to go in to the darkest shade as the bronzer, and I'm going to use my Hydra-Powder F01. And this is a beautiful bronze. Look at that. The color is perfect. I really think that the bronze is like a perfect bronze color. It's got like this golden tone, but there's a little bit of a red undertone, which I really like. I really like it. So I am really, really impressed with this palette so far. I'm really, really liking it. And now for blush, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Brightening CC palettes. So I brought down both of them because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. And here's the original, and this is in Sunny Flash. And then they came out with a darker shade, and this is called Beach Bomb. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the highlight from Sunny Flash. Look at that pickup. So I'm gonna use that highlight shade, but I'm gonna use the blushes from the Beach Bomb. Now the rose scent is significantly stronger in these palettes. I mean, it is really, really strong, but I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna take my Hydra-Powder F04 and I'm gonna mix the two pinks together and use that as my blush. I love these palettes. They are like holy grail palettes for me. I just love the glow that these palettes give. All right, so now we're gonna move on to this new eyeshadow palette. Now I will go ahead and insert a photo of this palette and what it looks like without me using it. You know, what can I say? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But here is the palette after I've used it once. And so I am gonna swatch it, and I'm gonna go start here and do all 3 rows. So we're gonna swatch those and see what they look like. All right, so here are the swatches. So we're starting here with the lightest. You can barely even see it, all the way down to that last shade. So those middle shades are really, really bright. They're really pigmented, but that's what it looks like. So this color story, as soon as I saw it, I was really drawn to it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So we're gonna create 2 different eye looks, see just how they look on the eyes and how the formulas wear. So to start with, I'm gonna take a rougher number 15. I'm gonna go into this middle brown. It's not quite a solid matte. I feel like there's a little bit of shimmer in it. Not a true matte. But I really, really like the color, especially in the crease. I think it's the perfect amount of pigment for your crease. It's not super pigmented, and it gives you just the amount of payoff. So now I'm going to take a Sonia G worker, and I'm going to go into this shimmer shade down here. It is really creamy, and it's just like a perfect highlight shade. So I switched filming areas, which is why the lighting was messed up because I hadn't ever used the lighting before. So I'm in the living room and I'm trying to find someplace to film where I can kind of just have, I don't know, my own setup. Well, there's children downstairs. I've been filming since I started my channel. I've been filming in our upstairs and it's kind of quieter, but now I'm on the main floor and the children are down here. I'm closer to the street, so it's loud. There's sirens. I don't know. I'm trying to find my place. I haven't found that place yet, but we're trying. All right, so I took that shimmer shade, I put it on the lower part of my eye. I took it about halfway over. And now I'm gonna go in with a Sonia G Mini Booster. And I'm gonna go into this dark, like cocoa brown color. And we're gonna put that on the outer corner. And again, I love the amount of pigment that's in this shadow. It's not super pigmented where I have to kind of be careful, but it also, it's not as if it doesn't have any pigment. I think it's perfect. So I am gonna go back in with that worker brush into that shimmer shade and just try and build up there in the middle and just kind of brighten it. I'm going to take a Sonia G Pencil 1, I believe. Yes, into that highlight shade. And we're just going to stick that in the corner of the eye. I'm going to take that rougher 15 and just go back and forth in the crease just to kind of blend it out and diffuse it a little bit. I'm going to take a rougher number 3. I'm going to go into that brown shade and put it underneath the lid. I love that shade. It's so pretty. It's like a brown copper kind of mix. That's really pretty. All right, so there is the right eye. So now we're gonna move on to the left eye and use some different shades in this palette to create a second look. So I'm gonna take my Sonia G Classic Crease and I'm gonna go into this like rose gold shade down here on the bottom. And we're gonna put that in the crease. So that's pretty subtle. It's not too crazy. I'm going to take a BK Beauty 203 and I'm going to go into this gold shade right here and I'm going to place that all along the bottom of the eye. Now this shade is not as blendable as the others. I guess maybe the word, it's just not as like creamy or as soft. I guess that's a better way to describe it. I do still think it's pretty. It's just not as soft. And when I say soft, I mean like the texture soft. Now I'm going to go in with this brown shade in the outer corner to try and give it a little bit of depth. And to do that, I'm going to use a Sonia G Mini Booster. And this is a clean one because I do have two. I accidentally went. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Sonia G Classic crease and just kind of blend in the crease. And now I'm going to take the Sonia G Worker that I used on the other eye. I'm not going to pick up any additional product, but I'm just going to go underneath the brow bone to add a little bit of light. So I do think the outer eye could use a little bit more of that brown, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that rougher number 3, and I'm going to go into this copper shade right here and take that underneath the eye. So I didn't use that shade, but it's a really close match for this gold once it's applied. All right, so those are the two eye looks. Now we're gonna put some mascara on. I have a sample here of the by Terry Terribly mascara. I love this mascara. I do have it in a full size, however, I'm still using up the sample, although I think I'm pretty much on like my last limb. So there is the wand. And like I said, I do really like this mascara. All right, so the eye looks are done. What do you guys think? I kind of think like this is an everyday eye look that I could wear, and then this one's a little bit more dramatic, kind of smoky for evening. Which do you guys like? I think they're both beautiful, and I really do like the formula of these shadows. I'm very, very impressed. So the last thing that we're gonna do is lips, and I picked up a new lipstick. So I picked up one of the new Hyaluronic Hydra Bombs, and I picked up shade number 5, Secret Kiss. So this is the packaging. And then when you open it up, that's what it looks like. And there's the shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it. I'm not gonna use any lip liner or anything, just so we can see what the color looks like on my lips. So there it is. This is by far probably my favorite new lip product that I've tried in a long time. I love the feeling of it. It's super, super hydrating. This is a balm, so it's not gonna last for very long. You know, I would have to reapply it throughout the day, which is fine. I don't need anything more than that. But I love the way it makes my lips feel. It does have a slight scent. It's not quite the rose scent that the other By Terry products have, but there is a scent. But what I love about this the most, I think, is the shade. Like this, to me, is a perfect, perfect lipstick color. I absolutely love it. So I am really impressed with this formula. There were a couple of other colors that I was interested in, so I may have to go back and pick up some more of those later on. But I'm really, really impressed so far. All right, so that completes our almost full face of By Terry products today. What do you guys think? Have you guys tried anything from By Terry? Do you guys like this brand? Is this a brand you've ever heard of? Maybe you haven't heard of it. This isn't a brand that is talked about as much as some of the other brands here on YouTube or even Instagram. So let me know what you guys think. I love almost every single product I've tried. Like I said, these Brightening CC palettes are holy grail for me. I absolutely love them. And the new products that I picked up, the face palette, I really, really like that face palette. I'm going to keep using it. I think the bronzer is absolutely stunning, and I loved the way the powder made my face look after I applied it. So I'm really, really impressed with that. And the eyeshadows, I'm really, really liking those. So I'm very impressed with this new launch. I will link everything down below. When I purchased this, I purchased a set. So I think I got the new Hydra Balm with the with the eyeshadow palette together at a reduced price. And then I went ahead and added the powder because I've been wanting to try it ever since it came out. But I will go ahead and link everything down below for your guys' convenience if you're interested. I really, really am impressed with these products so far, and I'm really happy I picked them up. So that's it. That is today's Showcase Saturday, where, you know, we did things a little bit different today. We did we showcased a brand as opposed to just a product. So let me know what you guys think. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.